He is a Pro Football Hall of Famer. His nickname is Megatron. He's Calvin Johnson back here on the Rich Eisen Show. How you doing, Calvin?
I'm doing great. How you doing, Rich?
I'm doing fine. I honestly thought of you the other day when I saw Stafford hugging his wife and, to make the Super Bowl. And I thought to myself, I wonder what Calvin Johnson's thinking watching Matthew Stafford make a Super Bowl finally. And now I get to ask you that question. What do you think of that, Calvin?
No, that's great. I'm happy for the kid, man. Like when we were in Detroit, the years that we were trending towards playoffs, we knew we had the team that we felt. Well, like I said, we knew because we never got to the championship game, but we felt like we had a team that could take it all the way. Especially, and a lot of that was because we had a great quarterback.
And what did you see at the time in Matthew Stafford that we're all seeing right now for the country to witness, Calvin?
The first thing for me was just his toughness, and I saw that, his first 2 years. The kid, he messed up his shoulder. He had multiple injuries. He played through them and, got to see that. But not only that, the guys that showed up earliest in the facility, like Dominic Raiola, I was one of those guys, and you saw Matthew start to, follow the trend. He started to hang out with the pros that were really trying to do it right. And it was just really an effort of him just trying to, become the best version of Matthew on the field.
What do you mean by hanging with the pros who are doing it right? Put a little bit more meat on that bone. If you
know how everybody says, when you get to the league, you'll find the pros that are really, the pros get up under his wing and just learn how to take care of yourself, take care of your body, take care of yourself on and off the field. Those are the true pros.
Now, I'm sure you've heard this too, Calvin, certainly after the Rams made such a trade, a significant trade to trade away their guy who they'd not only drafted first overall, but had already bestowed that very lucrative second contract on to acquire Matthew Stafford. And the general sense is, yeah, but he's never done it before. What did you think of when you heard that conversation when he got to the Rams?
You mean like that Matthew's never been there before?
Yeah, and so
everybody got to start somewhere, I know, but the thing is, I know Matthew wants to be great. I know Matthew wants to be the best at what he does. And in trying to be the best at what he does, that just comes, him being the best at what he does comes with them being where they are today.
Calvin Johnson here on the Rich Eisen Show. Did you reach out to him? Have you connected with him since it?
Yeah, I've been chopping it up with Matt. I hit him up every now and then. I hit him after the game the other day. Just happy. I just said championship. That's all I said. Just extremely happy. I'm not going to talk to him this week. I just want him to go out there and get the job done. And I fully expect him to win it. But I'm hoping that he does because one, he's a friend. Two, just really proud of what he's done. One in Detroit, but definitely, being in the first year, they brought you in here to go to the championship, and you were able to do that. So that's just awesome.
Do you think if he wins it, he's winning it in essence also for you and for the other guys in Detroit who thought that they had an opportunity?
Dang right. Sorry to cut you off, but you're dang right. We want Matthew to win because you got to come to Detroit. It's like, that's the graveyard, but it's not. You got guys that are fighting their tail off trying to be great. And it just happened to be in Detroit.
No, but the narrative that it's Detroit and you can't win there. Part of that is a lot of people ascribing your retirement to something like that. Is that fair, Calvin, to say?
No, it's not my retirement. The team was in a rebuild mode when I retired. It was they got rid of our D line. The team was. Matthew was still there, but it's more than just Matthew. Obviously, it takes a lot of other parts. But a big part of it, the biggest part of it, is the culture. I feel like the culture out there is just breeds success. It seems like.
You mean the culture out here in Los Angeles is what you're saying?
In Los Angeles, not Detroit, yes.
Right. Calvin Johnson here on the Rich Eisen Show. So what do you think? Could take us inside your relationship with Matthew and the connection that you had that you think helped lead to Cooper Kupp almost tracking you down for the single-season yards record and him getting a Triple Crown season under his belt with his first year with Matthew, Calvin?
Man, that was had me over there sweating. I was like, oh Lord, he's gonna get this thing.
Cooper had you sweating, huh? Kupp had you sweating.
Oh man. But no, just like in Detroit, Cooper's not the only guy, but he's the guy that Matthew knows he's the guy that's gonna make a play when it's third down, fourth down, and you gotta throw the ball. He's that guy, and I've seen him grow just this year. Just when Robert Woods went down, he had to take on that extra load. And he was a man for the job. I can say that.
Well, and just to see them connect like that. How did you and Matthew connect so quickly? Again, I'm just trying to draw that out to see if this might be happening here in Los Angeles. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's just one. You know, when what I see in Cooper and what I saw myself was just you want to be around the game. You're a student of the game. You're trying to be the best version of yourself as a receiver out there. And Matthew respected that. I'm sure Cooper works his tail off in everything that he does, from things that they're doing all season to now during the season. So that's just what I see from the outside looking in. It looks like he's an extremely hardworking guy, and he knows his stuff. He's in the playbook. He's in the film room. And he communicates with his quarterback, obviously, because they're on the same page a lot.
And I guess it didn't happen. So that said, though, this is now a hypothetical. I'm asking you, Calvin Johnson. Had Kupp passed your record with another regular season game under his belt, do you think that would have been the same thing as yours, or an asterisk would have been necessary? What do you think of that idea?
I can't say that an asterisk would be necessary, but it's clear it's not the same thing. I mean, if he did it in 16 games, 100%. 100%, but they got an extra game, too. So
okay.
At the end of the day, it's the record. It would be the record for the new league year, which it's a new record, but it's not the same.
So an asterisk.
I don't know if you're aware, but Kupp said something similar before Week 18. I think he said the same exact thing, Calvin.
Yeah, my dad told me, just respect. I mean, it's just respect. I think that he has a lot of respect for the game. He knows where the game has been, where it's come to. So I really do hope that he continues on. And if he gets there again next year, I would be happy for him. I hope he does. If he's able to get the record, I wouldn't want anybody else to get it. I mean, you got a Triple Crown winner. My buddy Matthew throwing to him, so it would have been. It might have been a little sour, but I would have got over it.
So you're saying that Calvin Johnson Sr. is keeping track of this sort of stuff for you? Is that what you're saying?
Man, let me tell you this. Everybody but me is keeping track of it. I'm not able to watch all the games, especially out there, the L.A. game.
Right.
If somebody's texting me like, "Oh Lord, like you got to watch out." I'm like, "What I got to watch out for? I can't do nothing."
But your dad is watching. So what is it? I guess dads do this sort of thing. Does he break down film like Odell's dad and send that stuff out?
Nah, my pop, he's not that involved.
He's not in the edit room. He's not in the edit room. It's not what he's doing. Oh man, what do you think of Odell's second act here now in Los Angeles? It's what a pair of weapons right from Matthew. This is pretty.
I'm happy that the injuries. I was nervous about the injuries there, but I'm happy to see him fight through those injuries and continue to have successful years and look like the Odell that we all know. So it's a pleasure to see. It's a pleasure to see him out there flying around and making great plays.
What's going on with you? Your foundation? Tell me about your foundation. Other stuff that you're working on, Calvin. I'd love to give you the floor here.
Yes. Foundation, Calvin Johnson Jr. Foundation, Calvin Johnson Jr. Foundation.com. It's been going like 12, 13 years now. COVID has put a little damper on it. We haven't been doing a lot of in-person deals like scholarship. We still give out the scholarships, but we're not doing like the in-person galas and things of that nature. I've actually had a couple volunteers, 2 or 3 volunteers pass from COVID. So, we're taking it serious, but hopefully it keeps on continuing to die down so that I can get back out and in front of the people, in front of the kids, in those rooms, classrooms, wherever it may be, where I can, whether we're talking football, we're talking life. Just looking forward to getting back to some of those things in person.
Okay, and how's your businesses going? Everything good on that front? You want to talk about that too? What do you got for me?
Business is fun.
Okay.
Cannabis industry it's a great industry. It's fun. I think the one thing I challenge everybody, I'm starting to do this more to everybody that really doesn't know too much about cannabis and how it interacts with their body. Just learn about your endocannabinoid system. Everybody has one. A lot of people don't know that, we have an endocannabinoid system, but this is just another system that's in our body that regulates the use of these cannabinoids. So I think that's the first point I would point everybody to. Learn about your endocannabinoid system, and then we can have some further conversations.
Did you see the NFL's given $1 million to research on whether cannabis can speed up recovery post-game? Did you see that, Calvin?
I did see that. That's a great thing. That's a beautiful thing because, until the forces with all the funds get behind this. And really that's what it takes to move some of these things forward. It's obviously research, but it takes funds to do that too. And this is a Schedule 1, I'm not going to say drug, but cannabis is Schedule 1. So you can't, for a long time, we weren't able to do any research on it to push it along, to promote it, to really understand the healing powers of it. And that's what we're able to do some of now, and it's just the beginning, just scratching the surface.
I'll ask you point blank. If the NFL had a different approach to this subject matter when you were playing, do you think you would have played longer, Calvin? What do you think?
If they had a different approach, that's hard to say. But I know I can say this. Since I've been playing, been done playing, when I snowboard and do anything physical, I'm rubbing on my topicals, on my elbows, on my knees, on my shoulder, and I know it works because, I can see it. I can see it from day to day. When I swell up, I put the cannabis topical on, whether it's CBD or full spectrum cannabis topicals. They work. So I look forward to continue to spread the good news about that and some other innovative things we're doing that we're going to be doing here in the industry.
All right, I got to follow up. How does a man your size snowboard? What the hell? Are you serious?
Oh, come on! I love it. Oh man. I just came back from Vail.
No, I'm not saying you don't love it or you should. I just can't imagine a man your size on a snowboard. I normally think of somebody half your size in an X Games or something like that, not Calvin Johnson.
I get double takes all the time.
Oh, my God. Okay. All right. Very good. Before I let you go, where are you going to watch the Super Bowl? Where are you going to be watching it?
I will be in Georgia watching it with the family.
Okay.
Watching Matthew take down the surging Bengals.
Okay. And what would it mean to have Matthew Stafford hoist a Lombardi trophy watching that? What would that mean for you?
Man, I don't know. I just got a chill run through me when you said that, man. I feel like it's going to be part mine, too, because that's my teammate. But no, I'm going to be extremely happy for the guy. I'm going to try not to shed a tear. I might get a little emotional, but no, I'm going to be extremely happy for him. Okay. I know he's been through a lot, not only just obviously on the field, but with his family. So, yeah.
Well, there's a lot of people who say if he does that this coming, or this next week, that he would have a bust in the same room as you, Calvin Johnson. Would you agree with that, or you'd think?
I would say the same thing. The thing about quarterbacks, the main thing from quarterbacks is winning that championship, really. I think that's a big barrier for them. Obviously, having success in the regular season, Matthew's had that. He has the big arm, all that. So you should just adding this to, I think that would solidify his position, I do.
All right, Calvin Johnson, appreciate your time. Always love talking to you. Anytime, please. I'd love it.
Thanks, Rich. I enjoy it, too.
Right back at you. At Megatron, everybody, on Twitter. Calvin Johnson Jr., Hall of Famer, right here on the Rich Eisen Show. Hoping to see Matthew Stafford hoist the Lombardi Trophy. And just because, I'm trying to be respectful, I didn't bring up that this would be a Georgia Bulldog year. As you know, I was a Yellow Jacket that I was talking to right there.
Right.
Yeah. But that's his guy.
Calvin Johnson, college teammates with WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns.
That's another thing. Like, as soon as the number of times, like, is he off the phone? Let me give Rich a fact that would be interesting to bring up.
Well, also, you know who? So Calvin Johnson from the state of Georgia played high school football in the state of Georgia. There's his senior year of high school. You know who beat him for Georgia Player of the Year?
No.
Sean McVay.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Why are you guys just? What's the
I
matter
thought you
with
knew that.
people?
Do we want to call him back?
I thought that was
the matter with you?
Widely
people?
known. I thought that was widely known.
Call him back.
Let's get him back next week.
Yeah, call him back.
Hey, Calvin, remember your senior year of high school?
Hey, Calvin,
how good was Sean
serious?
McVay? Yeah, Sean McVay was Georgia Player of the Year.
Over Calvin Johnson?
Calvin Johnson. Yeah.
Dude. Yeah, get him back on the phone.
Hey, Calvin, remember Sean McVay and Roman Reigns? You want to talk about this?
No. I wouldn't ask about Roman Reigns, but this thing, I didn't know that.
Do you want to call him back for real?
Why not?
Why not?
Okay.
Let's try it.
Call him back.
Well, you got to ask him. If he answers, you got to ask him. If he answers, you got to ask him about Roman.
All right, do that right now. And I don't even want to go to break. I'm gonna tap dance.
This has never happened before.
I want to hear you. Don't tell Adam to call him back. You pick up the phone.
I gotta look up the number. Hold on a second.
Has this ever happened before, Rich? Where we've let a guest go and then you know what? There's more. Let's call them back.
And if he says what's his malfunction, say it's Rich.
Blame it on us.
No, blame it on my Judaism. That it's tough to say goodbye. This is my version of Jewish goodbye.
Or
Calvin.
blame it on the fact that you may have tried some of his product and you forgot some stuff.
No. I won't do that.
Oh, he only has the backup number.
Hold
on a second.
Forget it.
Hold on. Let me
You
see.
guys, man.
Hold on.
All right, let's take a break.
Let's
Maybe
cultivate this caper.
Here's the whole thing. Either when we come back, we've got Calvin Johnson back on, or it's TJ's big-ass grab bag. Do you have his number?
I think I have it number.
All right,
Hold
call
on
it
a
right
second.
now.
Hold on a second.
He's listening. Calvin, just answer the phone.
Calvin is not listening.
He is listening. Why wouldn't he
needs
be?
people to tell him what's going on the West Coast with football. He
just wanted to be extra early. That's all. He's a professional. You know what I mean? He called early.
How about we button this up and before the show, my two producers say to me, this would be good to ask Calvin later on.
Well, I thought that was something you knew.
Why would I know that?
I thought everybody knew that.
Yeah, I thought everybody knew that too.
Now you're getting Adam to call him back?
Well, we're still engaged in the conversation.
Yeah, but I would love to hear you say, hey,
Well,
Calvin.
Also, if I have the wrong number, I don't want to be embarrassed. I'd rather have Adam be
No, this isn't embarrassing at all. This isn't embarrassing at all that my two on-air producers, as soon as the guest hangs up, hey, here's two interesting facts that would have been great to ask your guest. And now we got to call back a Hall of Famer, and it's embarrassing.
It's not embarrassing. We just wanted more out of him.
I mean, he seemed like he was just chilling. Like he wasn't really doing much.
Yeah, he's not doing much.
He was
I mean, he
testing
just
the
got
product,
back.
probably.
He got back from Vail. He was like
Snowboarding,
he was recovering.
By the way, could you imagine you're on the mountain and
comes 6'5".
honestly, I am somebody who does not ski much at all and well at all. And I sit there and thinking to myself, every time a snowboarder zooms by, I'm thinking, what's that person's malfunction? Because they think that they can cut on any edge and they're coming straight up to you. And I have no idea where I'm going because I have a problem stopping when I'm skiing. And these snowboarders are out of their friggin' minds. And I could not imagine somebody's size of Calvin Johnson
Just
coming
barely
at me. I would truly poop my pants.
Would you just fall down immediately?
All right.
I don't think it's working.
All right. Let's take a break. It's either.
Oh, wait, he's back.
Okay. Is he back? Is he back on? Do we have him back on?
Oh, he's on.
Calvin,
Megatron.
you there, Calvin?
I'm here.
Yeah, it's Rich. You there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear
I'm
me?
sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry. I don't do this often.
Never.
I don't do this often. But my guys brought up a couple things that as soon as you hung up, they're like, you could have asked him this, and I'm like, well, let's get him back on the phone. I figured you don't have much better to do. And plus, I missed you in the last 3.5 minutes. You got a couple more minutes for me, Calvin?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
good.
All right. So you ask him the question, TJ. You ask him, who did you play? Did you play with Roman Reigns in college?
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm waiting for somebody to ask me that. Yeah, we're team captains together. That's what it says.
Yeah, and my
Have y'all
buddy
not seen those photos? I gotta post that one.
Colin Peake played tight end for you guys as well.
Collar, yeah.
Hollow McGee.
So did you know Roman Reigns had like that whole WWE thing in him when you were playing college ball with him?
Well,
Calvin?
yeah, we kind of knew he had a little background from his family, rocking all his family background, but I didn't know, I don't think anybody knew that he would take off and go from playing football to wrestling and be the star that he is. That hair is really the star, though.
He's the biggest star in the WWE right now. He's the absolute top guy.
Okay. So if you're a WWE guy, you can reach out to him for tickets. You know what I mean? Or something.
Yeah, I'm on. When they come to Atlanta or Michigan, I'm gonna have to reach out to him. I actually connected with him a year or two right before COVID. It's been a while now.
Okay.
But it's freaking awesome to see him doing that, man. Just taking that thing over and just. I mean, that was Joe though. Joe was great at what he did when he played on the football field. So I expected nothing less.
And Calvin, I used to produce a show on MTV called Yo Mama, and Colin was a contestant, so I got to be friends with him. And my first question when he came on, and I was just like, tell me about this Calvin Johnson. And he had nothing but the highest of compliments, which obviously came to fruition because you're a Hall of Famer.
There you go.
But he told me way back when, he goes, Calvin is the most incredible athlete I've ever seen in my entire life. And he was pretty right.
Okay.
McGee.
There you go.
McGee. That's what's up, man. It's always cool to circle back and meet people that I know that you know. So
That is cool.
Hollow
Yes.
McGee.
I got the last one for you. Is it true that you lost out high school player of the year when you were a high schooler to Sean McVay. Is that true?
First of all, I didn't even know about this until Sean McVay became a head coach. So I didn't know about that award until he became a head coach and everybody started talking about it.
So
I had no idea.
Chris, what is the information? This is what you told me, and I'm like, we got to get Calvin back on the show to talk about this. Certainly, since this could be the coach that could help his quarterback win the Super Bowl. So
yeah, this is kind of a thing that, like Calvin just said, it kind of popped up when McVay became a head coach. But yeah, that's the story.
He was the Georgia football player of the year.
Yeah, the Georgia high school player of the year. Sean McVay beat out Calvin for the award.
But you know it's BS because there's no freaking way. It doesn't make any sense at all. And you know what? I figured it out. I think he was at one of those schools that was winning championships all the time. So they just got, it's like being in LA versus being in Detroit. You know what I'm saying?
I see.
He played 4A. Is that what you played, Calvin? Were you 4A in Georgia?
I did play 4A, yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, man.
Rich, I got a question.
It's not apples to apples. Dude, we called him back. We can't keep him
I'm just
on.
wondering if anyone ever hit him up during this Matthew Stafford run. Did the phone ever ring, maybe?
Oh.
Did the phone ever ring and
Did
say,
you ever
hey?
get a call from Les Snead and the Rams to come on with Stafford this year, or that didn't happen? No?
No, I told Matthew, man, if you need a red zone target, I got 5 yards and I got a little bit. I got half my vertical, so that I can still be efficient.
So that's still 30 inches, half of his vertical, Chris?
That's a yes.
There you go.
That's a yes.
Well, you'd have to stop snowboarding if you ever did that. I'll tell you that.
Might have to put down the Megatron product, too, to
All
get
right.
back in the NFL.
Thanks, Calvin, for letting us call you back. Now I feel complete now. I feel complete. I hope
Thanks, Calvin.
You
Hey,
too.
y'all have a great weekend, man.
You too. Don't worry, we're not calling back.
Yeah, this is it.
Okay, this is it. This is it.
For
This
this
is
week.
the real goodbye to Calvin Johnson. Thank you, Calvin. There you go. Calvin Johnson.
It's Megatron.
See?
That's amazing.
Son. Chris, it worked out better this way.
He's probably like, who is calling me back?
What? He wants to ask about what?
What?
All right. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.